gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. We gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. Come to the light.
Hello, hello, hello. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Voices and Views with Zan and Chelz.
Yes, welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. I'm your host, Zan, and I am so happy that you're here with us today. And I want to welcome TikTok, welcome into the podcast. You're in at the right time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And before we even get into this topic, we have to celebrate because this is episode 77.
Yes.
Episode 77. Yay. Yes, 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 yes. I am so excited to make it to episode 77. Oh my goodness. It went so fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were, and I just said, okay, we'll be at 100 before we know it.
Right.
So we're so glad. This is a blessing, and that is total commitment. And that's community. We have laughed, we have talked, and we have learned, we have shared stories, and we kept showing up together. And that's why we have another great show for you tonight. Today's episode is called Dad Lore and Generational Dads. And since we are right around the corner to Father's Day, you guys, this is the perfect time for us to have this conversation.
Right. And if you don't know, I'm Chelsea, your co-host.
Yes.
And yes, this one is going to be fun.
Yes.
Because everybody has a dad story. It might be your dad, your grandpa, your uncle, your stepdad, your mentor, your neighbor, or somebody who stepped into that father figure role when you needed them.
That's right.
And dad stories are in their own category. Some are sweet, some are serious, and some are just funny because dads really do have their own way of moving through the world.
And they really do, because we're talking about old school dads, new school dads, and even those father figures. Classic dad sayings, strict household rules, dad advice, dad fashion, and all of those memories from growing up that still make you laugh today. Like when the dad said, he was not asleep, but he was asleep. He was snoring with the remote in his hand. His head was tilted back. He was fully gone, you guys. And the second you touched the remote, he popped up talking about, I was watching that. But you were asleep, Dad. No, I wasn't.
Right? It's like, no, you were not. You were in a whole nother world. But that was the dad energy.
Yes.
They could be asleep for 20 minutes, but somehow they still knew the exact second someone changed the channel. And that's what makes this conversation so funny. Some of the things feel universal, like no matter where you grew up, there's probably some version of the dad who guarded the remote, who watched the thermostat, who complained about the lights, or acted like every broken thing in the house was a personal challenge.
Yes, and we want everybody watching to be part of this conversation too. Tell us in the comments where you watching from first. Let us know. And what is one classic phrase your dad always used to say? Maybe it was something like, money don't grow on trees. Maybe it was closed that door. We're not cool in the whole neighborhood, you know. Maybe it was, do I look like I'm made of money? I bet you guys have heard that. Or the big one, are you paying the electric bill? You know,
That
Dad had those comebacks.
right? That phrase raised a lot of us.
Yes.
And the funny part is, now that we're adults, some of us understand it a little better.
Mm-hmm.
One day you're laughing at your parents for caring about the lights, and the next day you're walking through the house turning lights off and behind everyone. So that is when you realize that life has really shifted.
Yes, exactly. So keep those dad phrases coming in as we go. Keep the comments on topic tonight. We want your dad stories, your Father Day memories, father figures, shout outs, and funny generational differences. And whether you're watching from Freeport, another city, another state, or somewhere across the world, we want to hear what fatherhood looked like when you grew up.
Yep, because dad lore is global.
Hmm.
And the details might change, but every family has somebody with a story. Somebody who fixed things their own way, somebody who had rules nobody questioned, somebody who gave advice that sounded powerful back then, but today you hear it and think, that might not work anymore.
But we're getting into all of that today. We're celebrating the dads and the father figures who showed up, laughing at the habits we all remember, and talking about how fatherhood has changed from one generation to the next because it really has. So
Mm-hmm.
let's start with one of the most legendary parts of dad culture, the belief that absolutely anything can be fixed.
That's right. Let's talk about the dad fix and DIY disasters.
Oh boy. Okay, let's talk about this dad fix because old school dads really believe almost anything could be repaired with duct tape, WD 40, a screwdriver, and confidence. It did not matter what was broken. It could be a chair, it could be a cabinet, it could be a sink, a lawnmower, a car, a fan, a washing machine. Dad was going to take a look at it first.
Mm-hmm.
And take a look at it never meant take a quick look. It meant the whole afternoon was gone.
Exactly. You could be minding your business, and suddenly you heard your name from across the room, and it was never good because now you're about to hold the flashlight, grab a
Mhm.
tool, or stand there while he explained something that you didn't understand at all. And the flashlight job was serious.
Yes, it was. Important job.
Yeah, no training, no breaks, just pressure.
And somehow you was always holding it wrong. You was always holding it wrong. He would say, put the light right there. Then he would move. Then he would say, hold it still. And he wanted to say, you are the one moving, but you knew better.
You absolutely knew better. And old school dads did not want to call a professional right away. Calling someone meant admitting defeat. So the sink could be leaking, the dryer could be making a wild noise, the car could sound like it was begging for help, and dad would still say, let me see something real quick.
And sometimes they really could fix it. We have to give them credit for that, you know. A lot of dads and grandpas and uncles, they know how to stretch things, repair things, and to keep stuff working way past the point where most people today will replace it. There was something valuable about that.
There really was. But sometimes they made it worse first. And every family has one of those stories. Somebody tried to fix the toilet and now water's everywhere. Or somebody tried to fix the cabinet and now the door is crooked. Somebody tried to fix the car and now it won't start at all.
Not at all.
And then they say, it was already like that.
No, it was not already like that. We all saw it working before you touched it.
That is dad lore right there. And now today, the first thing most of us do is pull up a tutorial. We are on our phones searching how to fix a leaky sink, or why is my dryer making that noise?
Mm-hmm. And honestly, that is progress. But even with all the tutorials in the world, there is still something funny and kind of beautiful about the old school dad confidence. They taught us not to panic when things sometimes break. When something breaks, look at it, try to figure it out, ask questions, and then see what could be done.
And maybe do all that without yelling at everybody in the house.
That might help.
That is the modern update.
Exactly. Fix the sink, but keep the peace.
Put that on a shirt.
Yes. Now, before we get into the next dad story, let's do a quick community check-in. All right. You want to read these announcements? I need to respond to this call that's trying to come in. It's only a few of them, but I need to respond.
All right. First, let's check in with Stephanie Godchild. Says, hey, y'all, from Real Life Topics Podcast. Hey, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for checking in. We're reading a couple announcements, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Yep. And first up is Zan Celebration Popcorn. Actually, we do have a commercial for that I want to show you guys.
Yeah, go ahead and play that.
Let's roll that.
Find this here.
Voices and Views Productions is officially sponsored by Zan's Celebration Popcorn. Handcrafted with love in small batches, every single bag is a celebration. We now feature 11 delicious, sweet, and crunchy flavors, including our newest additions, pink cream and pink lemonade. Try them today with our $1 sample bags. To order, call or text us at 815-275-5468 or pay with ease on Cash App at #ZandraBright1.
All right, and that is, you have
Zan Celebration
yes,
Popcorn.
Yes. New popcorn that I just came up with. Want to do something different instead of the old boring regular popcorn, which is good, great by the way. I want to do something a little different. So Chelz will tell you about that or I find my
Yes, and you guys have to try it because their sample bags are only $1.
Yeah.
And there's so many different flavors. Like you get a variety, so there's always a reason to come back and try something new. Or even if you just like your old flavors, you can come back and try those too. We got caramel pecan crunch, caramel, coconut, orange cream, blueberries and cream, blueberry, banana, lemon, strawberries and cream, strawberry, and pink lemonade was a new flavor, right?
Yes,
and
pink lemonade.
Cream.
And the cream de mint is the newest flavor that it came up with. So it's about close to 15 flavors, 14 or 15 flavors of popcorn. And I will be making arrangements because it can be shipped. because the popcorn will be safe, for packing in, for shipping in, for freshness. So I will be advertising, and it is a sponsor here of Voices and Views Productions. Yes.
So next we have the first ever Juneteenth parade. Walk with Us in Unity. It's a 3-day event from June 19th to the 21st.
Yes.
So Saturday is when they're going to have the parade. It's going to be at Taylor Park.
Is that Friday?
Or is it?
Oh, Saturday.
Yeah,
yes.
The parade is going to be on Saturday. The event starts on the 19th though.
Oh, okay.
So Saturday, June 20th at Taylor Park, it's going to be the lineup for the parade at 9:30 a.m. And the parade starts at 11:30 a.m.
Yes.
And everyone is welcome to join. They're going to be featuring dance teams, live drums, candy for the crowd, concessions, and so much more. And there are vendor opportunities for all 3 days. So they're saying calling all businesses and organizations, create your own banners and walk with us. Vendor opportunities for businesses are $50, nonprofits $25, and youth vendors $10. They also have raffle tickets available for $50. And Sunday is going to be church in the park. Join us for powerful choirs and soulful gospel music. There's also going to be a Father's Day grill off where the winner takes home the trophy.
Yes, I can't wait to sample that barbecue. The dads are really going to be doing their thing.
Yes, if you guys need judges, Voices and Views is available.
Yeah, we will volunteer. Voices and Views will volunteer to be your judges. We'll sample all that barbecue for you. Yes, we will.
So they say community events include youth and adult speakers, poets, kids crafting and educational activities, mental health resources, insurance and financial education, Rockford Black Chambers, and much more. So if you want to be involved, and the winner of the raffle does get a new shed built by the Men of Change and the youth.
Wow. Get a new shed built. I can use a new shed to pile some junk in.
Me too.
I might have to consider some of that stuff, but it's going to sound like a very eventful 3 days.
Yes.
And I was so excited about it with my video shorts that's on YouTube and on Facebook, and where else am I? TikTok. I crocheting through the chaos with Zan. I made up a Juneteenth short where it shows some of the activities, and also with the dads leading all the way up to Dad's Days, because they don't get enough recognition sometimes. So I'm kind of having fun with that. I have them on vacation and they've been everywhere so far.
All right. And if you want to get involved with that, you can contact Akia Sanders at 815-238-3601.
Yes, everybody get involved. Nice 3-day event. If you can't make it on 3 days, pick a days that you can make it. And most of all, she really would like people to get your groups together and participate in the parade. She really wants people to participate, make your banners or your poster board, whatever you want to do, or just march in your t-shirts.
Okay, and next we have the Winneshague Playhouse, June 26th and 27th. Is gonna at 6 p.m. is gonna be The American Son.
Yes.
Starring cast is gonna be Philonise Brooks, Justin Sychek, Carl Seward, and Ronnie Bush, and it is directed by James Ryan Jr. and presented by the Boys and Girls Club of Freeport and Stevenson County, NAACP, and Citizens United for Rights, Respect, and Equity. So if you didn't know, Zan did interview them, and she's going to interview them again. So make sure
Yes.
you're tuning in for that.
Yes, it was a nice interview. I get a chance to interview all the actors, and actually, that's on falling on the date of my show.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna be down there to record and everything, and then hopefully just post it, so people who could make it can get a chance to. So I plan on being live or record it, while I'm there. So this is our community announcements. We're going to jump back in. And my next thing was saying before we move on, well, we already moved on and we looked at the comments. So it's on back to you, Chelz.
All right. And just a reminder, keep anything promotional for sponsorship packages. So tonight's comments should stay connected to the conversation and the community.
Yes, exactly. We love knowing what's happening, but we also want to respect the show and our sponsors.
All right, so we'll read what fits, keep it moving, and slide right back into the topic.
Now, speaking of old school dads, that's what I got to get. I got to get me an old school dad. Any that's single, no baggage, no none of that.
No.
He had, and see, that's just it. I don't want baggage. And I want old school. So maybe I'll just stay single. You just ruin everything, Chelz. All right. Speaking of those old school dads, though, let's talk about some advice they gave that sounded strong back then. But today
it needs a serious update.
Now, let's talk about dad advice that age horribly because a lot of old school dads gave advice with full confidence. They meant well, they really did. But some of that advice does not fit in the world we live in today. Like the classic one. Just walk into the business, ask for the manager, shake his hand, and tell him you want the job.
Yeah, that advice had a time and a place, but today they will look you right in your face and say, you have to apply online. And the manager could be standing right there.
Exactly. Then the application wants you to upload the resume, type the whole resume again, answer personality questions, create an account, verify your email, and still never hear back.
Right? Our dads did not prepare us for that part. They also loved saying, just save your money. And yes, saving is important, but the cost of everything today is so different.
Yes.
Rent is different, groceries are different, gas is different, childcare is different.
Right. Some advice had good intentions, but it needs context now. We can still respect the lesson behind it. Work hard, be responsible, show up, handle your business. But we also have to be honest that the world has changed.
And that is the real generational conversation. Some old school advice still holds up, and some of it needs an update. And some of it needs to be retired completely.
Right. Like, don't talk about your feelings, just be tough.
Retire it.
Immediately.
Being strong doesn't mean pretending that nothing hurts.
Exactly. And that takes us right into one of the most serious dad topics in the household, the thermostat. Now we have to talk about the thermostat. Because dads and thermostats have a connection science still cannot explain. You could touch that thermostat one time, 1 little degree, not 10 degrees, not a dramatic change, just one tiny adjustment, And somehow Dad knew.
Immediately. He could be outside, asleep in the basement, on the phone, watching TV, doing anything, and still pop up like, who touched the thermostat? That was not normal hearing. That was a dad's superpower.
And everything in the house, it instantly became innocent. Nobody knew anything, nobody saw anything, and nobody even understood what a thermostat was anymore.
Exactly. You would be standing there sweating, freezing, uncomfortable, and still scared to touch it. Because in a lot of houses, the thermostat was not a household item. It was dad's personal property.
And don't let somebody leave that door open. Close that door. And I have to tell you guys something reading that line.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in my household, we had a parrot who could talk. And so he picked up just about everything. He was huge. He the most beautiful bird you want to see. He picked up everything. So his cage, we didn't realize, was sitting in a spot where he can feel the draft of the door every time the front door would open. So my grandmother, it was her thing. She would always yell at you to close the door if she was there. Close that door. You're letting heat out and all this stuff. So Polly, that was our parrot's name, we called him. Polly picked up that. So whenever anybody would come in and he would feel that wind from the door, he would say, shut that door, shut that door, shut that door. And he would say it over and over and over. And it was so funny. And it took us a while to realize it was the parrot and not our grandma. So when I read close that door, yeah, that stood out in a lot of households from different people. We're not heating the whole neighborhood. Or you might hear, we're not cooling the whole block. That one still lives with me.
Same. And now as adults, some of us get it. Bills will make you understand every thermostat rule real quick.
That is the truth. So tell us in the chat, what was the one strict household rule your dad had that everybody was scared to break? What was it?
Drop it in the comments while we keep going, because next we're going to talk about how dad mode has changed from generation to generation.
Oh, okay. Now, this is where the conversation gets deeper. Fatherhood has changed a lot. From one generation to the next, a lot of old school dads, they were raised to believe that their main job was to provide. Go to work, pay bills, keep food in the house, keep the family safe, handle the business. But for many of them, that was how love showed up.
And a lot of them carried pressure they never talked about. They may not have always said, I love you out loud. They may not have sat down and talked through their emotions, but some of them showed love by making sure the lights stayed on, the car worked, the yard was handled, and everybody had what they needed.
Sorry, I had to turn something off that was on the phone there. Now, fatherhood looks different, though, for a lot of families. Looks different. You see more dads doing bedtime routines, packing lunches, talking about feelings, and being more open about mental health.
And that is beautiful. We can respect the sacrifice of older generations while also being honest that some things need to change.
Exactly. We can keep the work ethic, the protection, the commitment, and the responsibility.
And leave behind the silence, the emotional distance, and the idea that being tough means never talking about what hurts.
This is how generations grow, you guys. We take the good, we learn from the hard parts, and we do better when we can and where we can.
Right? Because fatherhood is not just about being strong, it's also about being present, being loving, being teachable, and showing up in ways that your family can actually feel.
Yes. Anybody have any comments? Let's take a glance and see if we got any comments come in. Anybody, we want you to talk back to us. We're talking about our dad, talking about dads. Yeah, all dads. People who are old school dads, new school dads, dads that just step in and take care of the children. You know, we're talking to you today.
Right.
So tune in. Let us know where you're from. We are recording a live podcast, Voices and Views with Zan and Chelz. Let us know where you're from in the comments. And if you have a comment, shout it out. We'll pull it up for you.
Right? And as we keep moving and keep sharing those strict household rules, those dad sayings, and father figure memories.
Whether we read one now or keep rolling, this conversation is about the people who shaped us and the stories still carry.
Right? And that leads perfectly into community and the people who show up for others.
One thing that never goes out of style is people helping people. Every community needs people who care enough to show up, people who volunteer, give their time, support families, and make sure others know they are not alone.
Strong communities help build strong families. And when people look out for each other, everybody benefits.
This is why we want to spotlight Operation Love Freeport. And you drop the link. You have a link for you in the comments, but Operation Love Freeport has a page on Facebook also.
Yeah.
And what Operation Love Freeport does is we deliver what we call a token of love to the elderly residents in our community. Most of the time it's a lunch, but it could be a care package, anything. And we also support the youth in our community through different ways. And here is our next question. Who is a father figure or mentor in your town who always stepped up for the neighborhood? Who? Are there any mentors in your town that stepped up as a father figure for everyone? I know there were.
Right? It could be an uncle, a grandpa, a coach, a neighbor, teacher, pastor, community leader, or family friend.
Yeah, because fatherhood is bigger than biology. Sometimes it's simply showing up, guiding people, protecting people, and making others feel seen.
Yeah, I know my dad was considered one of those people for the community kind of.
Yeah, I know growing up, I don't remember names, but I remember dads, we call them of the neighborhood, because they were just there. It didn't matter if it was your dad or not. You showed respect when you saw him, and he was there to keep an eye on everything and make sure it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be. So it's not all about the biology and that this I gave birth to you. You know, dads can be, anybody can step up and be a dad. So let's talk about some dad stories. Every dad has at least one story from back in the day that gets bigger every time he tells it. My uncle was good at that.
Right.
The first time he walked to school, the next time it was 5 miles. Then it was cold. Then it was snowing. Then it was uphill. And then sometime it was uphill both ways. And somehow, with all of that, he was never late.
That's the part that always gets me. No ride, no phone, no GPS, no weather
Mhm.
app, shoes barely hanging on, and still made it
Yes,
everywhere on time. And the story always ends with a lesson. You kids don't know how easy you have it.
exactly. And sometimes they were right. A lot of them really did grow up with less. They had fewer conveniences, fewer options, and a lot more responsibilities at a younger age. But sometimes the story was also very dramatic.
Very dramatic. Because every time it gets told, something new gets added.
Hmm.
Now there's a blizzard. Now there's a dog chasing him. Now he had to carry groceries. Now he had to get home before the streetlights came on.
And sometimes he still made dinner, did homework, worked a job, fixed a bike, and helped raise his siblings.
Dad's stories are powerful.
They really are. The funny thing is, those stories become part of family. Even when you know the story by heart, you still listen.
Mm-hmm.
You already know where it's going. You already know where the line he's about to say. You already know when he's about to pause for dramatic effect. But you let him tell it anyway.
Because that's just part of who he is.
Hmm.
And sometimes those stories aren't really about every detail being perfect.
Yes.
They're about pride, they're about survival, and they're about remembering a time when life was different.
Yes. And for a lot of dads and father figures, those stories are how they teach. They might not sit down and say, "Here's the lesson I want you to learn." They tell you about the time they had nothing and they made it work.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you about the car they fixed. They tell you about the job they worked. They tell you about the mistake they made. They tell you about the friend who helped them.
And sometimes without saying it directly, they're telling you, I made it through the hard things and you can too.
And this is what makes dad stories special. They can be funny and meaningful at the same time.
So tell us in the comments, what is one story your dad or a father figure told over and over again?
Was it the walk into the school story? Was it the first job story? Was it the old car story? Was it when I was your age story?
Drop it in the comments while we keep going because we know every family has one.
And speaking of making something with your hands, patience, and a little bit of love, let me take a second to shout out Crocheting Through the Chaos. On that channel, I teach crochet, I teach fun sharing stories, I make space for people who want to relax, learn, laugh, and make something beautiful. Crochet is one of those things that give you a place to rest and a peace of mind. You can have a long day, sit down with some yarn, and just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I love that because sometimes people need a free, peaceful space where they can just learn something creative without the pressure.
Exactly. So go check out right now. Well, after the show, don't leave us. After the show, okay. Go check out Crocheting Through the Chaos with Zan, and that's on YouTube. You can watch it. You can also watch it on TikTok. You guys probably, some of you in here on TikTok might have already seen that's me, Crocheting Through the Chaos. And I use crochet because I crochet and it gives me peace of mind. But it's just an example. The chaos to show you you can find peace No matter what chaos this world is going through or what chaos your situation, you can find something you enjoy that give you that little bit of peace for escape. So that's the idea behind it. It just happened to blow up, and I just happened to get wilder and wilder with the chaos. I just love it. So, all right. So let's keep this conversation going because not every father figure is a biological father.
That's right. Now we're talking about the uncles and father figures.
Okay, let's talk about those uncles, those grandpas, those neighbors, those coaches, those mentors, and those family friends who stepped into dad mode because family is not always just blood. Sometimes the person who taught you, protected you, corrected you, checked on you, or showed up for you were not your biological father. Sometimes it was an uncle. Sometimes who always made sure you were good. Sometimes it was a grandpa who taught you how to do things with your hand. Sometimes a neighbor who might have looked out for every kid on the block.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it was a coach, a teacher, a pastor, a family friend who saw something in you and would not let you give up.
And those people matter.
Mm-hmm.
A father figure can change the way a child sees themselves.
Yes.
Sometimes one steady adult can make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
The person who says, I'm proud of you, the person who says, you can do better than this, the person who shows up to the game, the graduation, the program, or just checks in when life gets hard.
Exactly. A lot of us grew up with community father figures. The grandpa who had candy, tools, and stories. The neighbor who knew everybody's parents and was not afraid to report back. Yeah, they weren't afraid to go tell.
Right? That was a different time.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't just act up anywhere because somebody knew your family.
Anywhere, the store, the sidewalk, the park, the school event, somebody was watching you.
And by the time you got home, your parents already knew.
Yes, magically they knew. That was community. It may have been ignored us for a while as kids, but looking back, there was something powerful about people caring enough to pay attention.
Yeah, so shout out an awesome uncle, grandpa, coach, neighbor,
Mhm.
mentor, or family friend who made a big difference in your life.
Hey, how about dropping their name in the comments and give them their flowers while they're live? Shout their names out.
Right? Because father figures deserve to be celebrated too.
Absolutely. Father's Day isn't just about biological dads. And now that we've talked about the people, we have to talk about the look.
Oh, yes.
Because dad style is a whole category by itself. Now we have to talk about something that survived every generation, dad's fashion. Because trends come and go, styles change, entire industries change. But somehow, dad fashion finds a way to stay alive.
It really does. And every generation thinks they invented a new look until they see a picture of their dad wearing something almost identical 20 years ago.
Exactly. There are certain pieces of clothing that immediately tell you, yep, that's somebody's dad.
The white sneakers.
The legendary white sneakers.
Not just white sneakers. The white sneakers that have seen some things, the grass cutting sneakers, the barbecue sneakers, the vacation sneakers, the sneakers that somehow work for every occasion.
And they never get thrown away. Never. It could be 10 years old and they'll still be in rotation.
Then you have the socks.
The socks pulled all the way up.
All the way, not halfway. Not ankle socks, pulled up with confidence.
And dads do not care if anybody thinks it looks cool.
That is the secret. Dad fashion is powered by confidence.
That's true. A dad will wear cargo shorts, a tucked in shirt, white sneakers, sunglasses from 15 years ago, and walk through the world like he's on the runway.
Because comfort wins every time.
And let us not forget the famous dad belt.
Oh, yes. The belt that carried everything: phone, keys, pocket knife, sometimes a tape measure, sometimes a flashlight, sometimes things no one could identify.
And somehow they always knew exactly where everything was.
Exactly. Meanwhile, I can't find my phone while it's in my
And
hand.
that part. And every dad seemed to have a favorite hat.
Oh, the hat. The hat that became part of their personality.
You know the one worn every weekend, worn while cutting grass, worn while grilling, worn while fixing something, worn while telling stories.
And if somebody touched it, suddenly there was a problem.
A serious problem.
The funny thing is, a lot of us laughed at these outfits growing up.
And now?
Now some of us are dressing exactly the same way.
That is the cycle of life.
One day you're making jokes about cargo shorts. The next day you're buying them because they have pockets.
And now suddenly they make perfect sense.
Everything starts making sense when you get older.
And that is the theme of this episode. Things that look funny as kids start making a lot more sense as adults.
Especially when bills show up.
Bills explain a lot.
Bills explain almost everything.
And that brings us to something important, because beyond the jokes, the fashion, the sayings, and the stories, there are real lessons we carry forward from the people who raise us.
Exactly. Let's talk about teaching the next generation.
Now, beyond all the jokes, the thermostat battles, the dad fashion, the stories we've been laughing about, there's something bigger underneath all of it. Every generation teaches the next one something. Some lessons we keep, some lessons we improve, some lessons we leave behind.
Exactly. We can keep the work ethic, the
Mhm,
responsibility, the loyalty, keeping your word, showing
mhm.
up when people need you, being dependable. Those are lessons that never go out of style.
And we can also teach kids that asking for help is okay. We can also teach them that emotions are normal.
Mm-hmm.
We can teach them that strength and kindness can exist together.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of young people today are dealing with things previous generations did not always talk about openly: mental health,
Mm-hmm.
social pressures, technology, and the constant noise of the world.
And supporting the next generation means listening too, not just talking at them, actually listening. That is why we want to shout out Voices and Views Production, LLC's new show, Yapping with the Youth with Marcus Evans, Mondays at 6 p.m. CST.
Yes, because young people need spaces where their voice matter. They need adults who listen, they guide, encourage, and help them to be seen.
Mm-hmm. If we want stronger families and stronger communities, we need real conversations across generations.
Absolutely. The future is sitting in classrooms right now, you guys, playing sports right now,
Mm-hmm.
creating ideas right now, dreaming about what is possible right now.
And every positive word, every lesson, every mentor, every father figure, every teacher, And every supportive adult can make a difference.
And this is why this conversation matters, because the stories we tell today become the stories somebody else remembers tomorrow.
Okay, let's take a quick glance at the comments and see what everyone has been sharing.
Do we have any comments? Anyone has anything to share? No comments?
I don't see any.
Okay, the funny sayings, the household rules, the lessons, the father figures, and the people who show up when they're needed.
That is what makes conversations like this special. Different families, different places, different stories, but somehow so many of the feelings still connect.
Exactly. That's what's bring us to our final challenge for today for everybody listening.
That's right. Let's talk about your Father's Day homework.
Well, you guys didn't know you had homework, huh? Now, here is your Father's Day homework. It costs $0. Take 2 minutes to reach out to a father figure, a mentor, a uncle, a grandpa, a coach, a neighbor, or someone who showed up for you.
Send a text, make the call, leave the voice note, and say, I appreciate you.
And if that person is no longer here, take a moment to remember them. Say their name. Tell a story about them. Share something they taught you.
Because sometimes the greatest gift is knowing that you mattered.
Exactly. And before we close out, we just want to say Happy Father's Day to every dad.
Yes.
To every bonus dad, to every stepdad, to every grandpa, to every uncle, mentor, father figure who keeps showing up. To you dads.
We see you, we appreciate you, and we hope that you feel celebrated.
And as we wrap this up, remember this. Family and community is what keeps us together. The stories, the lessons, the laughter, the people who showed up. All of that matters.
Absolutely. Thank you for hanging out with us for episode 77, Dad Stories and Generational Dads.
And make sure you follow and you subscribe, you leave a review, and you share this show with someone who might love a good dad story, or even share it with that dad, with your dad, your grandpa, your father figure, your mentor, whoever.
Yes, and you can message us privately for merch, sponsorship packages, and promo opportunities. So don't forget about that.
Yes, and also check out OperationLoveReport.com and subscribe to Crocheting Through the Chaos on YouTube and TikTok. Remember, it's Crocheting Through the Chaos with Zan. All right. A huge thank you to our dedicated community for rocking with us all the way to episode number 77. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, we appreciate you so much.
And thank you for hanging out with us.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
We are going to roll the commercial one more time so you guys get to see our sponsor.
Yes. We'll roll one more time.
Voices and Views Productions is officially sponsored by Zan's Celebration Popcorn. Handcrafted with love in small batches, every single bag is a celebration. We now feature 11 delicious, sweet, and crunchy flavors, including our newest additions, pink cream and pink lemonade. Try them today with our $1 sample bags. To order, call or text us at 815-275-5468 or pay with ease on Cash App at #ZandraBright1.
right.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us. And the next show will be on Friday with me. And let's see, we're going to be talking about Juneteenth. A lot of Juneteenth celebrations going on. As a matter of fact, we'll be at Juneteenth celebrations, Juneteenth all weekend celebrations going on. So I hope to record some and bring some things back so you guys can be able to see that. But I'll talk to you on Friday. Good night.
We gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. We gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight.